Yo, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are we doing? How are we doing? We're back. We are back. We are back today. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay, see me okay. We got about 5 minutes till they open. We have a gap down here. Traded in Q. How's everybody doing? How was everybody's weekend? Good morning, good morning. Yo, so Friday I wasn't online. Just putting this out there because I know I just came back and people are like, you started streaming and then you stopped. Look, Friday actually last week, Wednesday and Thursday, the stream was like cutting out and I was having issues and I didn't know what was going on, and it wasn't the stream itself but my whole internet connection. I even Friday when I was in a trade, my internet went out and I was in a trade and I had to like reset it and get back into logged in so I could get out of my trade. Thankfully, when I logged back in, it was in profit, and I closed out. But long story short, I troubleshooted all of my components, my routers, my cables, like all kinds of stuff. And then I came to the fact that it was my motherboard. Like my motherboard was messing up on my PC. On Friday I went to go buy a new motherboard. I replaced it and I got my PC up and running Saturday, and it was having the same issues and I couldn't figure out why. And it ended up being because my VPN, my VPN was the problem the whole time. So I turned it off and I'm hoping that now there's no issues. But I replaced my whole motherboard and it was my freaking VPN, like crazy. But anyways, cheers. Let's have a phenomenal Monday, guys. I'm gonna say a couple things here. The market has been completely dumping. I don't know if you've been living under a rock or what, but if we look at the market, and I'm just gonna pull up NQ here, not the specific contract month, but NQ overall, and you can see here, I mean, we've been on this really nice trend line and it completely busted right here. It broke down, it retested, and it's just melting. It's completely melting. And I know a lot of people, from like an investment standpoint, a lot of people are freaking out. But the way I like to look at this is a discount. This is a sale. You know, this is like Black Friday for the market. So if you have a portfolio, my suggestion would be buy up as much as you can. You can see here the last times we were here back in August and April of last year, 2024. That's where the pricing is right now. So I would like recommend, if you have an investment portfolio, to buy it up right now. You know, that would be the ideal move. Now, how much further can it go down? I have no idea, but you're getting a discount right now. Because historically, even with dumps, you see the price rally, right? So even here, when we had this push down here, this is back in 21 to 22, this dumped here. This was the pullback, and then it rose to new highs, right? So historically speaking, we will always rise. Here is the one from COVID 2020. We had this sharp dump, and then boom, huge push up, right? So this push down here, I know a lot of people are freaking out about it, but either way, the way we're trading, you know, we're gonna make money whether it's going down or up, right? Doesn't matter to us, because we can sell it, we can buy it. I was just speaking specifically to people that are holding in their portfolios as an investment, which I mean I am as well. You know, I'm invested in some index funds, so it's great. Like, it's like a discount for me, so I'm buying it up, baby. So we got market open happening. Just opened up about a minute ago. We hope you're well, doing good. Why your stream's only 30 minutes long? That's what I was talking about at the beginning. Last week when I got back on the streams on Tuesday, I noticed that my streams were like cutting out, and Friday I had an issue where I was in a trade, and what was happening is my internet was disconnecting, like just going out, and I didn't know what the problem was. And I troubleshooted my entire PC, my cabling, my routers, my modems, like everything, and I came down to the realization that it was my motherboard. I replaced my motherboard on Saturday, and when I got it back up and running, it was still doing the same thing. And I found out on Saturday that it was not my motherboard or PC that I replaced. It was actually the VPN software that I run on the PC. For some reason, it was conflicting with my internet and disconnecting me. Like, it was kind of like it would go inactive or something like that, and then just it would disconnect me from the internet. So that's the issue with the streams. I shouldn't have that issue anymore. I've turned it off. It looks like it's running good. It's been running good so far. So hopefully this one is longer, right? I mean, obviously, like, when I'm done trading, I'm gonna get off the stream, but and really more like frame of mind, guys. Like, I get off the stream because I don't want to be on the charts. I don't want to be in the markets. Like, my goal is to come in, take my piece, and then go about my day. You know what I'm saying? I got things to do. I don't want to be on the charts all day. I don't want to be on the markets all day. I want to step away. The longer you're on the charts, the higher the probability that you're going to give money back. Okay? So get in, get my wins, get out, and be done. Okay? Last week, we ended up closing. So sorry, you had to explain that. So, no worries, man. Last week we closed green. So, and I attribute a lot of that to, you know, the discipline of going in, trading, and stepping out. Like, I came back on in the afternoon and it had completely melted. I think on Friday, I had a little move where it was like a sell here or something like that, and then I ended up closing out, and then it pulled back up, but then it melted, right? And obviously there's huge moves that you can catch, but remember, I'm coming in, I'm just trying to catch 10, 15, 20 points. I'm just trying to get my piece of the crumb. I'm not even getting a piece of the pie, guys. I'm just getting a piece of the crumb. Just tiny bit it's okay for me, you know? So I don't want to be greedy. I don't want to come in, and I'm not trying to hit home runs here. Obviously, we want to plan and prepare ourselves to potentially have a move where we can make that kind of move happen, but that's not what I'm shooting for, right? I'm shooting to make my money. Like this is my income coming in, so I need to make my money and get out the market. And if for some reason I get into one where it does run in my favor, that's awesome. Like I'll take the extra money, right? But that's not what I'm shooting for. That's not what I'm going for, and I'm not going to trade that way, because that's dumb. That's how you give money back. Anyways, let's go back to the contract here. Come on, what's going on? Is it messing up again? Okay. So, as I was saying, the market's been dumping. Everybody's freaking out. I don't think it's an issue to freak out. You know, have you ever heard the term buy the dip? We are in the dip right now. Don't freak out. Buy it up. If you haven't started your portfolio, great time. You're at like a 10-15% discount right now. Jump in. You'll be all right. Now, if you bought at the very top at all-time highs, when it's the worst time to buy, you're down a little bit. But if you're doing DCA, man, it shouldn't be a problem. Especially if you have a portfolio, you should be doing DCA. Anyways, so since we've dipped down, we opened up with this gap, right? We came back, closed about half of it, but I kind of feel like we may come back up to close this gap before we come down further. That's kind of what I'm looking for. It's just opening up the market right now. We're 6 minutes into the open, so we're showing that pressure to the downside, already kind of taking out these lows, and I probably expect us to take out this low, which we already did. Probably take out this low and look to take out this low down here. Those are kind of the targets to the downside. I don't think it goes straight down from here. If it does, that'd be crazy. Be crazy morning. But we'll see. We'll see. Remember, we don't predict price. We only react to it. And she's pushing down. She is pushing down. I'd like to give the market a few minutes to kind of calm down and do its thing. Yo, in the crypto market it's a lot of opportunities. A lot of opportunities. So if you're just catching my stream from like if you didn't see I was on last week, that I came back, we're trading futures now, trading in Q, and what I'm looking for here, my strategy on this is we're catching continuations of higher time frame direction, right? So we know we're headed to the downside, right? So if we're looking for any type of sells, I don't take sells in movements to the downside. So what I'm going to be looking for is kind of a pullback before I take the downside move. And in the pullbacks, what I'm looking for is change of market direction, breakouts essentially, and I'm also paying attention to the opening price, opening range, the first 15 minutes. So we got about 6-7 minutes before we establish that opening range, and right now this was the top, right? Because the way I think about it is on the 4 hour, you're going to see a wick to the upside, body, and wick to the downside, right? So right now this opened and just pushed down. So there's no wick to the upside. So maybe we get we get that pullback before we come down further, right? That's the idea. And on a higher time frame, we have this gap that ideally we would want to see close. For the most part, gaps will be filled. I can't tell you when. I can't say it's going to be this session. I can't say it's going to be in a day or two this week. I don't know. But usually we see gaps being filled. So we're on the 2 minute right here, and we're starting to see that price. We had this long wick, and another thing is we're sticking to the same reading price action, right? So what do we see? We see price opened up here, right, and pushed down, bearish, and here it flipped bullish with this long wick rejection. Now, one or two things can happen. We can fill this wick and continue, or we can choose to create a level of support here and turn around. Now, this is the low. This is the low that it's establishing right now. We still got about 5 minutes for the first 15-minute open to establish that range, but this is, as of right now, the low. And what does that correlate with over here? To the left side is, what do we see? A previous low where it changed direction, right? So we want to pay attention to that. Let's go. Yeah, people are easing back into it. I feel like people are like, is Banks coming back to stay, or is this just a one-time thing? Honestly, guys, you know, I took a break from streaming. I didn't take a break from trading. I continued trading. I shifted last year from the FX market to the futures market. I mean, I completely love it, and I'm enjoying my experience with the futures market. And I just took the time personally to, like, I had a baby last year. My son, he's gonna turn 1 in a couple of months, and I had to deal with some health stuff and, you know, just personal things. Like, I focused the time on that, you know what I'm saying? But I missed doing the streams. I missed, you know, talking to you guys. I miss, like, you know, interacting with the community, because it trading, honestly, by yourself, it gets lonely, it gets boring. Like, you're just doing repetitive stuff by yourself, you know. And I like to interact with people that have the same interests, you know. Like, look at that, dipping down. She is pushing down. And she just opened up and just melted. Take out that low. See what she does now. Remember, the first 15 minutes is our opening range. I think a lot of people are kind of getting ahead of it and selling off. I think it's going to trap people in sales, and it's going to come up, liquidate everybody before it continues. That's just my thoughts. We'll see what happens. Just being patient. What we want to look for here is a pullback, really, because I do want to sell it. It's in line with the higher time frame, but I don't want to sell right here. You know. So we'll be patient. We'll wait. We shall see, we shall see, we shall see, we shall see. By the pullback, should be a whiplash, like. Got about a minute left before the first 15-minute opening range, and I mean, she's just been and a push down, complete push down. Do we have any news today? Let's see. No red folders. We do have FOMC member Kugler speaks at 8:30, consumer credit at 1. So we shall see. How's this stream doing, guys? It's not cutting off. It's in there. Yeah. Ooh, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. So we had. Oh shit. That's wild. Alright, so 15-minute range has been established. This is the range. Boom, boom. It's a decent range. Now we'll see what we're gonna do. I mean, we could break out to the downside or pull all the way back, or just consolidate range with inside that range. It's Monday, people. Bounce off that mini high, yeah. Yeah, on the 2 right here. So look, it looks, yeah, we're breaking highs now. This could be a pullback we're looking for. Look at that pump up. Bro, that pump up is wild. Dang, look at that pump up. She came all the way back up. See that? And that's what I was talking about. Is I feel like people, it got some of y'all. It got some of y'all. Look at that massive fucking pump. That's crazy. 287 points. That's wild. Some people are gonna like, you got to be really careful right now, guys. Like, the market is extremely volatile, and you know, you really shouldn't be throwing Hail Marys. Like, you should be. I mean, I think I may be gonna size down just to one contract to see. I wanted to get a feel for the market first, you know. Still breaking those highs. Look at that. Breaking the opening range, the high of the opening range. And you know, that might be the top wick that it's creating right now. So I'm only trading 5 micros. Nice. Yeah, I'm trading one full contract. One mini. Which would be like 10 micros. Yeah. Look at that. Should have took a buy down here. Would have made my day already. Would have made my day. Jesus. She's pushing up. Did you trade 5 micros on a buy on this, or what? Did you get in on buys? Let me find out you got in on buys. Man, she is pushing up. She is pushing up. See what we see. We could easily, now that we broke this, we could easily come back to retest and then go higher. Know what I'm saying? That could definitely be a possibility. And go higher in a sense to come and close this gap. See, this gap is right here. Especially with all this liquidity up here, this could easily come back up here before it comes down. It could. It could. I mean, so far this has been 445 point move. Jesus Christ! Did anybody trade that? That would have been a nice catch. Yeah, I don't have an entry right now. I was wanting sells, but I have bought and sold based on 1 minute and 100 tick chart move. Nice. Yeah, no, I didn't have an entry here. Even if I wanted to have bought this, like this candle here kind of ruined that for me. Done for the day. Have made enough. Don't want to risk it. Yeah, dude, don't. If you already hit your target, if you got your piece of the pie, get out, man. This market is crazy right now. Like it's gonna cause a lot of people to blow their accounts. The way this thing's going, and it's the whole tariffs and the whole uncertainty and economic downturn and all that shit that's scaring people. That's what all these moves are like. That's what all these moves are like. It just scaring the shit out of people. Trillions of money flowing out of the market. It's exciting. All right, maybe we get a turnaround here. It's a new 2-minute candle. I want to see if it breaks that high. Nice. Yeah, it's definitely good, bro. Just enjoy the win. Stay out of the markets. Don't give money back. Be disciplined. The people that can be disciplined in this type of market conditions, like those are the people that last in trading. All those gamblers and people that shoot for Hail Marys. There's going to be a lot of people that get lucky, but the people that are not, because think about it, right? Like it opened up and people saw this initial move and they're like, oh, let's sell it. It's dumping now. And boom, the market just fucking 500 point move, 600 point move, just completely took it out. Like took people out. Look at that. Fuck. Wow. That's crazy. This thing is just dumping. Well, flying actually. Like. We shall see what happens here. Like we're getting to these levels here where there was highs before it pushed down. So I do want to see reaction in the market to see it start turning over, but we're awfully close to the gap here, and we may continue to push up just to close that gap out. We'll see. How's the stream doing, guys? Is it freezing or cutting off? You guys can hear me okay? We only got what 8-10 people here. It's a complete difference from back when last year when I was streaming. Yeah, man, that's massive. Crazy moves. Yeah, look at that push up. Maybe the move was to the upside, and like I said, that's kind of what I had accounted for, is push up to close this gap, but dang, I didn't think it was gonna happen like that. Just be a little patient. Oh. So it's taking out that highs now. Took out this high, taking out this high. Only thing that it has left is to close the gap. It's kind of doing everything that we were initially looking for, which is a good thing. Yeah, she looks like she's gonna close that gap. She is determined. Determined. It's about 30 points away from closing that gap. I just don't think she gets that close. It doesn't close. So I may take a buy here. Cheap trade, because if it breaks the low, come on, pull up, baby, pull up. There we go. There we go. Pull up. If it breaks that low, yeah, I'm out. I'm out because I don't know how much lower it's gonna go before she starts to turn around. I just don't think she closes it like. This could be a pullback. I think I'm gonna have a buy here, right here. push up. Oh man, I closed it out. I should have closed it out. I should have moved my stops to break even. I did take profit there though. Oh, market is moving, man. And like I said, I do think it's gonna come to close that gap. Might just leave it at that because the market is moving crazy. Like, ideally, we'd like to see this close this gap or come down to retest before it closes a gap, or it could even, you know, come back into here, retest down, and then go lower. Right? Either one of those would make sense to me. But like I said, what I was looking for, the move that I got here was to the push up, and what I'm looking for is closing that gap at that yellow line. So it's still pushing up. This was just a little pullback here. Still pushed higher. So we'll see how much more the market reacts here. We're on the 2 minute. We're on the 2 minute. Oh, what's going on here? What is going on? Let's see what the 5 minute looks like. So we got a bearish candle in the previous 5 minute, and this we have 2 minutes left on this candle. It looks like here we got this little candle pattern where we're creating a low here, right? So it's like this is a high, this is a low, this is a higher high, this is lower low, right? Now if we break this, then we may continue to the downside, but I just find it very hard to believe that we're going to leave this little gap. We're talking about from 359 to 388, 59, 69, 79, 89, about 30 points, 30 point gap. There's a 30 point gap there, and I think it's going to get filled. I just don't see the market leaving that, you know. We broke that high, we didn't break the low, and we're pushing up again. But it could be hitting that area, right? Like slowing down to start turning over. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We took one loss and one win. But let's see if there's anything left in the tank here. I think I'm gonna go for one more buy here. There we go. Oh, it's quick with it. Yeah, I'm just gonna take my profit there. Yeah, I'm just gonna take that profit, be done with it. 2 wins, 1 loss. I do want to see this. I do think, yeah, you see it's gonna close that gap, and then I think it's gonna fall. So yeah, look at that. Boom. That's the move I was looking for. That's the move I was looking for. She done did it there. Wow, look at that candle. Jesus. Yeah, I got out quick on it because I didn't want to risk it. But that's what we're looking for, is that push to close the gap. And now, I mean, she could keep running, but what I would be looking for is the continuation to the downside, because I think that's the gap that it was closing. Now we'll look to run to the downside for the continuation. I don't think I'm gonna take any more trades, to be honest, because the market is crazy. Look at this move from the downside up. If you took the buys down here, it's over 1,000 points. It's 1,065. Jesus. These are literally making and breaking accounts. Like, you gotta be super careful with this. Like, I took one contract and it was insane. Yeah. Anyways, that's where we'll leave it at for the day. And like I said, guys, jump in, get your money, jump out. Don't be in the markets too long, because it is crazy right now. People are literally going to lose accounts over the next couple days. Like, these are not easy wins. These are hard trading days because of the volatility, because of the uncertainty, the economic information coming out, the news, the tariffs, politics, all that is causing crazy moves. So if you're in the markets, be safe, be careful, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow, 7:15 a.m. My time, which is 9:15 a.m. Eastern time. I think that's right. Either way, I'll let you guys know an update. I'll let you guys know in the update that I'll send out. And other than that, much love. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Trading session in the books. Executing analysis, strategy, and discipline. Thank you for joining us for this live trading session with Lord Banks. Subscribe and turn on alerts so you don't miss the next Lord Banks live trading session.